Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. It's me, Dr. Mansoor Khan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Kohat University of Science and Technology. The course which is assigned to me was Analytical Chemistry with a course code 351. Today I am going to deliver my 20th lecture, which is based on measurement of mean, mode and median and its importance in analytical chemistry. This slide shows the outline of today's lecture, which will cover a brief introduction to measurement of central tendency, importance of measurement of central tendency, importance of mean, mode and median in analytical chemistry. So these are the today's discussion agenda, and we will discuss all these outlines in our today's lecture. The first one is introduction. Most common measurement of central tendency are mean, mode and median. These mean, mode and medians are statistical parameter by the help of which we will determine the central tendency of any analytical data. It is also called the center of distribution because it is the measurement of central tendency. So central tendency is that figure in the data set which is the center of the distribution. It is also called central value or typical value of probability distribution. This slide contains some important definitions of central tendency. Sampson and Kafka define it as central tendency is a typical value in a data set around which all the other values gather. It means that it is the central value of the data set which is the representative of that particular data set. Wah define it as average stand for the whole group of which it form a part yet represent the whole. It means that average or central tendency is that figure in the data set which is also a part of the data set, but on it the whole data set depends. It represents the whole data set. In layman terms, central tendency is defined as a measurement of central tendency as an average. It is a single figure in a data set which is typical as a whole. So, central tendency is a single figure of the data set which is the representative of the whole data set, which is used for further statistical evaluation. This slide shows the importance of measurement of central tendency. So what is the importance of measurement of central tendency are? The first one is to find representative value. So measurement of central tendency is used to obtain the representative value. Second one is to make more concise data, because a data set consists of large number of distributed values. By the help of measurement of central tendency, we find the representative value, so it make more the data concise. The third one is to make comparisons. By calculating the central tendency of a data set, it make more easy to compare the data set by using their central tendencies. It is helpful in further statistical analysis, as central tendency consists of a single value which is the representative of all the data set. Therefore, it can be used in further statistical analysis which is more complex, so it make more easy to evaluate the statistical analysis based on other statistical parameters. So the first statistical parameter which is used for measurement of central tendency is arithmetic mean. Now what is arithmetic mean? It can be defined as a mean is computed by adding all the numbers in the data together, dividing by the numbers element contained in the data set. It is more a mathematical definition of arithmetic mean because it is more mathematics. So you will add up of all the values which is present in the data set, then divided by the number of the measurement which is present in the data set. So mathematically it can be explained as, so mean is represented by x. So mean x is equal to sum of the values in the sample which is represented by sigma x divided by the number of the values in the sample which is represented by n. So this slide shows properties of arithmetic mean. On the other hand, you can say the advantages and disadvantages of arithmetic mean. So mean can be calculated for any set of numerical data. So it means it is one of the advantage of arithmetic mean that it can be used for all kind of data. It can be applicable to all type of data because during analysis, during work in laboratory, we obtained different type of data. So arithmetic mean is that statistical parameter which is used for the calculation of arithmetic mean, which is used for the calculation of central tendency, and it can be applicable to all data set. So it is one of the advantage of arithmetic mean. The second property of arithmetic mean is a set of numerical data has only one mean. So each and every data set from where we can calculate the arithmetic mean, or you can say in all data set there is only one mean. So it is one of the very big advantage of arithmetic mean that it contains only one mean, because if it has more than one mean then it will be more confusing. So it has, every data has only one mean, so it is one of the advantage of arithmetic mean. Another property of arithmetic mean is mean can be calculated from any set of numerical data. As we have seen that every data has arithmetic mean, so mean can be calculated from all kind of data, from all kind of numerical data. It is also one of the advantages of arithmetic mean. The fourth one and the most important one is it is the most reliable measure of central tendency, as it take into account all the measurement in the data set. This is very important. It is one of the biggest advantage of arithmetic mean is that it is the most reliable measurement of central tendency, because when we calculate arithmetic mean, it consider all the measurement which is present in the data set. It cannot depend on only one value, it cannot depend on some values, but it depends on all the values which are present in the data set. The only disadvantage of arithmetic mean is it is affected by extreme or deviant values, which are called the outliers. Suppose in the data set, if we have all the values which are very close to one another, and if we have only one value which is very deviant from all the other data set, so arithmetic mean value is highly dependent on that deviant or extreme value, because in arithmetic mean the central tendency is calculated as it take into account all the measurement in the data set. So it is the only disadvantage of arithmetic mean, that it depends on extreme or deviant value. Now we will take an example that how arithmetic mean can be calculated for a particular data set. So for this purpose we will take an example. An example is during the titration of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide with unknown concentration of hydrochloric acid, the student obtained the following results: 12.2 ml, 12.3 ml, 11.9 ml, 11.8 ml and 12.5 ml were obtained by the student during the titration of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide with unknown concentration of hydrochloric acid. Now the solution is, as we know that mean is equal to sum of all the values in the sample divided by the number of the values in the sample. So the sum of all the values in the sample, which is sigma xi, is equal to 12.1 plus 12.3 plus 11.9 plus 11.8 plus 12.5, which is equal to 60.7, and n is equal to 5. So putting these values in the equation which is used for the calculation of arithmetic mean, so arithmetic mean is represented by x, which is equal to 60.7 divided by 5 divided by 12.4. So 12.4 is the arithmetic mean of the data set, which consists of 5 numbers. So this 12.4 is the arithmetic mean of the data set, which can be used as a representative of the data set. The second parameter which is used for measurement of central tendency is mode. Mode can be defined as, Croxton and Cowden define it as, the mode of a distribution is the value at the point armed with it tend to the most heavily concentrated. It means that mode is that particular measurement which is present in the data set, which is most frequently occur, which is present in the greater amount. So mode is, it is most frequent value occur in the data set. It is most popular value in the data set. It is denoted by MO. It means that mode is occur most frequently in the data set. So based on its frequency, we choose that particular figure or measurement which occur more frequently in the data set and consider that particular measurement as a central of tendency. It is most popular value in the dataset because it occurs more frequently in the dataset. So properties of mode include: it is used when you find the value that occur most. As we define that mode is the most frequently occur measurement which is present in the data set. So it is used when you find the value. So you can use mode if you want to determine the value which is occur most frequently in the data set. It is very easy and a quick approximation of the averages. It is most unreliable. So the 1 and 2 are the advantages of mode, while the third one is its disadvantages. It is the most unreliable measure of the central tendency as it is undefined in some data set. You cannot find mode in some data set. It is not affected by the extreme value. It is also one of the advantages of the mode because it consists of the number of the measurement which occur in the data set. Therefore, it cannot depend on the extreme value. So if the extreme values, the most highest value or the most value, if it is increased, it cannot affect the mode because mode is based on the most frequent value which occur in the data set. Example of the mode is spectrophotometric determination of iron 2 in soil sample gives the following measurements. So the data set consists of 0.4 ppm, 0.35 ppm, 0.4 ppm, 0.38 ppm and 0.41 ppm. The answer is the mode of the data set is 0.4 ppm as it occurs 2 times during the measurement, because mode is, as we say earlier, that mode is that particular figure which is present in the data set which occur more frequently. So suppose that a data set has no such value which occur more frequently, all the measurements are equal in number, so all will be considered as mode of the data set. The third parameter which is used for measurement of central tendency is median. Median is defined as the median is that part of the data set that divided the data set into 2 equal parts, one part of all greater values and the other part is of smaller values. It is the middle value of the data set when all the values are ranked according to the ascending or descending order. It is denoted by MD. So median is the central value of the data set. So first, when we obtain the data set, we will arrange the data set according to their ascending order. Now the values which lies in the center on which the whole data set can be divided into 2 equal halves. Half of the data will be greater in their size and half of the data will be smaller in their size. So that particular central value, central measurement will be called median. So properties of the median include: median can be calculated in all distributions. So it is one of the advantages, like mean, median can be calculated in all distributions. It is very simple to understand. It cannot depend on extreme value because it is the central value. Therefore, it cannot depend on the extreme values. So it is also one of the advantage of median. It is not based on all measurement. This is one of the disadvantages because it is not based on all measurement. It consider only one value which is present in the central. So it cannot take into consideration all the measurement which is present in the data set. It fluctuates with fluctuation in sampling. This is also one of the disadvantage because it fluctuates. Its value change with change in sampling. So mathematically, median is represented by MD, which is equal to n plus 1 divided by truth value of the data set. This is an example of median which will explain how median can be calculated. So we will take again the example. During the titration of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide with unknown concentration of hydrochloric acid, the student obtained the following results, which is 12.2, 12.3, 11.9, 11.8 and 12.5. So this is the example that we have also discussed it in example of mean. So solution is, first step is arrange the data set according to descending order. So the ascending order is, arrange the data set according to ascending order. So after arranging the data according to the ascending order, we obtained the data set which is 11.8, 11.9, 12.2, 12.3 and 12.5 ml. As we know that median is equal to n plus 1 divided by truth value of the data set. So median is equal to, as n is equal to 5, because there are 5 number of measurement, plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 3. So the third value which is present in the data set is 12.2. So 12.2 is the central value and the central measurement of the data set. So 12.2 is the answer of the, so 12.2 is median of the data set. Thank you so much.